When you talk about cope, remember this story. Plain Jane TikTokers are proudly flaunting their ugly privilege. I love that men don't look at me. They always start out this way, and they always end up like Sinead O'Connor. So, sure, being pretty has its perks, but have you heard of ugly privilege? Women's are celebrating their average looks online, championing their plain Jane genetics for deterring unwanted male attention. I think it's more than just their genetics, too. Like, for example, a lot of Hollywood stars that people would consider attractive are not very good looking at all. They only appear that way after like 3 hours of makeup. So it's not just their genetics; it's also their lack of desire to use the tools at their disposal to make themselves look better. Now, when I say I have ugly privilege, it's not to say that I think I'm an ugly individual, explained one's creator, who only goes by Sarah, and then a now viral video post this week. What I mean by that is men in general don't find me attractive. For the most part, men think I'm ugly and they leave me alone, and to me, that's a privilege. Hey, believe me, like we also believe that that's a privilege. It does kind of work both ways. Like we're also like, yup, don't wanna be anywhere near that. Oh, look, she's staying away. Perfect. So she, along with fellow TikTokers in the comments of the clip, praised their ability to be invisible in order to feel comfortable and safe in a world where women's are often ogled and commodified. Oh God, this is just like the one of those Waymans that wrote for The Guardian, spent years crying about catcalling, and then she hit the wall. Now she's crying that she misses it. Yeah, all these Waymans are going to be wishing they weren't invisible soon enough. So I gained weight after having my son, and men basically ignore me now. I've been so unmotivated to lose weight because it's been so nice. I usually get harassed constantly. I couldn't escape it. Someone else chimed in. If you're going to use this as an excuse to stay overweight, don't be surprised when you're getting divorced here soon. And oddly enough, after getting a divorce, she's probably going to be hitting the gym up again so she could attract another dude. So I gained a bunch of weight after having my last two kids. No men following me in the parking lot, no catcalls, etc. So I've wanted to try and get my body. I haven't wanted to get my body back because honestly, I don't want that. The so-called blessing is the opposite of the pretty privilege curse suffered by some whammons who say they feel objectified by men and hated by other whammons, despite the perks good looks have to offer. But ugly privilege allegedly has its advantages outside of objectification. I don't blame them for trying to look on the bright side. Life gave them an entire pile of lemons, and they're trying to make some lemonade out of it. But it is just cope. In the workplace, employees who do not fit traditional beauty standards are sometimes less likely to be affected by certain biases, human resource professional Lucas Botson told Business Insider. Now, how was that a disadvantage, or how's that an advantage, though? The vast majority of biases in the workplace favor women at the expense of men. They may well have less interruption from others and less inappropriate behavior, which might enable them to pay more focus on their jobs and thus contribute accordingly to their role. The Rivermate founder continued, adding that the increased productivity could even yield a raise. You really think so? You really do. There's a reason, at least after a little bit of experience, whammons don't really want equality anymore. If they're treated solely on their merits, like look at women's sports, for example. When Transformers come in and take over, it's pretty much that, but everywhere. So whammons are often judged more by their appearance than their male counterparts, the outlet reported, which could be a determining factor when applying for a job. Now, that's fucking bullshit, by the way. Any dude out there who's not a perfect 10 will tell you straight up, we've all seen better looking dudes picked ahead of us for pretty much everything. Or better yet, well, what about all those instances where whammons, like if they don't find you physically attractive, they consider you creepy for acting the same way as the men that they do find attractive? Some people have even been rejected for roles because of their appearance, such as having tattoos and not wearing makeup or dyeing their hair. That never happens to men. Yeah, Alexa Chilcutt, executive indoctrination professor and executive coach at John Hopkins Carey Business School, recalled an encounter with a male attorney. Supposedly told her that was a blessing. She didn't have large breasts because she was already conventionally beautiful. If you did, no one would see your intelligence. She recounted to Business Insight. Dude, this woman didn't even know that dude was hitting on her. Oh, yeah. All these other guys may only see you as a piece of meat, but me, I see you for who you are. I see you as intelligent. I'm not like all those other dudes. she really didn't even notice. So cute. In that warped what? Not meeting some societal expectation of beauty could be considered a blessing in disguise. At least until you realize all you want was a man. Women who are off the radar physically may not have to deal with ancillary distractions of others vying for attention and can focus on and are seen for the quality of their relationships and work, she said. Being less feminine or pretty may work to a woman's advantage when seeking higher levels of leadership. So, being ugly is a blessing if you're a girl boss. Because if you're a girl boss, no one was going to love you anyway. You're just irritating, and everyone wants you to go away because you piss them off. It does get easier if you don't have the looks, man. Yeah, you're not a piece of meat. You're a hunk of blubber. That's right.